What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I will be doing a technical analysis breakdown for Alibaba Group Holdings with the ticker symbol BABA. I will first be going over what I see on the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. So this is just going to be another chart analysis or market structure update for Alibaba. Last time I looked at Baba was last week, Friday. So let's go over what has happened since then. So last week's candle was right over here on Friday. You can see that price reached all the way up to the 96.75 level, but then sold down throughout the day. And then you can see that Tuesday and Wednesday was not even much better. So it looks like we're finding heavy resistance at that $95 level. Looks like this up move is losing momentum, and it may be looking like we could probably curl over or, push down lower towards this EMA, probably to fill in this gap right over here. So there is this gap right here that can be filled at the 92.98, and then maybe we come back down to the 91 for support. That's where this trend line would also be. So somewhere right over here. So Baba, unfortunately for the bulls, not looking as strong, as it could be. I mean, it could have just kept on pushing up higher, but it looks like, we have 3 consecutive days that price is unable to push to that $95 level. So it looks like we're going to be seeing some little bit more downside, maybe to the 92, 95 to fill in that gap, and then probably even the 91. So we're still within this orange range. You can see that price is basically finding support at the $80 level, finding resistance at the 101. And since we just hit the highs of the range just a few weeks ago, price will try to reach the opposite side, which is all the way back down to the $80 level, which is right over here. But you can see the trend line started acting as support, and price saw a big move up right to the EMA and back above that $91 support level. So that tells me that the bears may not be able to reach the opposite side of the channel. So we'll have to wait and see. They did make a large leg down. They're going to probably attempting maybe one more time. So this could be the start of the second leg down. So I'll leave it here until Friday and see what happens. We'll see if we do get an attempt lower. The attempt lower doesn't have to be as drastic or sharp. It could always just be, 2 small legs, something like that, and then for price to continue higher. So it just depends on what type of drop that we get will tell me if we're going to stay above the $91 level or not. Either way, as long as Baba is above the $91 level and above this trend line, I think there's a good chance price will continue higher to the 102 level, because that is the opposite side of the range. So in the short term, I'm seeing some weakness by the bulls because they're unable to pass through that $95 level and stay above it. We just keep on getting rejected from it. You can see that the price is not really closing above that level. We're closing, lower below the $95 level. So it's showing me there's some resistance there. Since the entire market looks kind of weak, they could be seeing some more downside. For Baba, it looks like the $93 level or the high $92 level would be the most likely situation. And then maybe if it continues down even lower, $91 level can be acting as support once again. Now, if we see a lot of aggressive selling, like we did right back here in early August, then that tells me that we might be able to make a second leg down, and that would take prices right to the $8 level. So everything is just depending on, how strong of a down move we see from here. If it's going to be really sharp, then there's a chance that the sellers might be able to reach the opposite side of the orange range. If it's kind of weak, meaning like, the sellers aren't really showing any sign of strength, something like this, then that tells me that the bulls are able to come back in the market. The aggressive buyers are able to come back in the market, bid up the price, and reach the target that they're trying to reach, which is this 102 level. So right now, we'll have to wait and see. We are above the EMA, which is also a good sign. So the more likely situation as right now is for price to pull back and then continue higher, something like this. However, things always change in the market. If the market doesn't want to do that, we may just see price continue trending down, something like this to the opposite side of the range. So I'll leave the measure move here. We'll see how it develops, and then I can erase it if obviously we come back up to the 102 level. But as right now, it could be still in play, and we have to keep an open mind to that happening. So that's all I have for Baba. Basically, nothing much has changed since last week drastically. Here's the weekly chart. Weekly chart shows the overall picture. Overall picture is that we had a downtrend break, a few legs down, and the sellers are unable to reach their target. So that means bulls can come in and start pushing up the price, finding a lot of strong support at the $80 level. But we are finding resistance at the 102 since basically March of this year. We are above the EMA, so the last couple of weeks have been green. This week is looking kind of neutral or even kind of bearish, so we'll see how it develops. We are above the EMA on the weekly chart. We are above the trend line, and we are above the $91 level, which was previous resistance. Now it's acting as support. So there's a lot of good signs for Baba, but again, things can change, obviously. And that would mean that price can continue lower to the opposite side of the range. But as of now, I'll be looking for more upside, even if you do see a pullback, which it looks like likely of occurring in the short term. And then we'll just go from there. So this is all I have for BABA this week. You can see that basically overall, price has been going sideways since February of 2022. So, February of next year would be 2 years of just sideways trading range. The market doesn't always trend up or trend down. Sometimes it just trades sideways for a very long period of time. So, that's something to keep an eye on too. So a lot for BABA. Maybe, the trend is reversing. It needs to break above the 102 level and then 120. And then there's a good chance for much more higher prices. So this is Vee Trades, and thank you for your time.